You're active on YouTube. You have an active podcast. Why is that important to SEO and getting found online?
I realized that people really don't care too much about SEO Optimizers, my business. They care more about.
Have you had any success in driving traffic from YouTube to your website? And if so, what have you used?
I always thought about videos. I knew videos are powerful. I just took a while to do it. But once you do it, it's...
One of the greatest opportunities for business owners as we move into the next several years is learning how to...
If you can start a YouTube channel, the sooner the better. I always tell people that is really important because...
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, dogs and cats, we got Brandon Leibowitz in the house. Nearly 2 decades in SEO optimization over at SEOoptimizers.com. Brandon, what's up?
Thanks for having me on.
Brandon, glad to have you here. So I want to start by talking about YouTube and podcasts. You're active on YouTube. You have an active podcast. Why is that important to SEO and getting found online?
The more visibility, the more places you're on at and visible, the more likely people are going to find you, especially when you figure out who your target audience is. So it's really just figuring out who your audience is, which I always tell every business owner, try to take a step back and think, if you're looking for your product or service, where would you go? And a lot of times people looking for help with SEO, digital marketing will go to YouTube looking for video tutorials, kind of like how do I do keyword research or little things, how can I use Google Analytics? So I realized I should start making videos. It was tough to put a video together. Eventually I got over the fear of being behind the camera, just grabbed my cell phone and made a video and realized it was not that hard to do. And once I made that first video, I just made a lot more videos. But I always thought about videos. I knew videos are powerful. I just took a while to do it. But once you do it, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, you started YouTube in 2019. What was your biggest lesson that you learned in starting that YouTube channel?
The biggest lesson was probably just consistency. So I had the channel probably since 2007. And YouTube actually came to me back in 2013, maybe, to say, we'll give you a free YouTube ad and we'll film the video for you. So they filmed a video for me and they gave it to me and I put it up on YouTube and ran an ad with it. It wasn't the best video ad because I realized over the years, you got to have a hook, like the first 5 seconds, really important with videos. But once I made some videos nowadays with a better hook, it works better. But that video didn't work too well. So kind of just left the YouTube channel there. I teach classes a lot. So I take clips of classes I taught over the years and would put that up on YouTube occasionally. But 2019, I realized that people really don't care too much about SEO Optimizers, my business. They care more about Brandon Leibowitz and who am I and branding myself more versus my company. And that's where I started doing a lot more, where now so I pretty much doubled down on everything, where in the past I had a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, all for my SEO Optimizers company. But now I was like, all right, I also have to do that for Brandon Leibowitz. So I have to create another Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn and Pinterest or TikTok and all that stuff just to cater to my audience. And that's really where it's just more personal branding and just more touch points to get in front of people. And even though it's a slow build, people searching for SEO tactics and strategies, they might not need my services now. But in the future, hopefully, if they do need SEO, they can remember that they watched a video from me. And that's where I'll run marketing ads and follow people around to keep myself top of mind, also to just build that trust and
Well, and one of the things that I think is interesting about YouTube is this is what basically what my company does. We get you seen on YouTube is 85% of views are from people that have never even seen you before. And to me, that's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful that, if I'm getting seen by, let's say, 2,000 to 5,000 people a month, 85% of them never even heard of Mark Savant before. Pretty powerful, no?
It's a lot of new visibility, which is great because you always want to be casting that web of new visibility, new eyeballs, and new traffic, which is great. Even though with YouTube, people are probably just going to watch your video. It's going to be tough to get them to your website, but they see you and then hopefully they just want to learn more about you. They subscribe and they start becoming a fan of yours and a follower.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, this is, I think, one of the biggest challenges for a business that is founder face first, right? Which is essentially what YouTube is there for. I'm the face of my business. I'm the face of my brand. I'm putting myself out there. Like and trust me and want to do business with me. But finding something that's really valuable that people want can be a big challenge, I found. And I think a lot of people go the route of Brandon circa 2012. We're like, I ran a Google ad, or a Google YouTube ad, it didn't work, so I'm done with YouTube, right? You got to kind of try to find to find that way of getting traffic. Have you had any success in driving traffic from YouTube to your website? And what, if so, what have you used?
Nowadays, it's much more strategic, and I'm making better videos because back then they filmed a video for me. They edited it for me, which is really nice of them. YouTube was just like, we want more ad revenue essentially. So we're like, hey, we'll film a video for you, but it wasn't really the best because I realized you have to have a hook. That's really important. Then talk about the benefits. Then you introduce yourself, and then you have that call to action. That's really important with the script. And if you don't have a good script, it's not really going to work. So same with the YouTube videos, organic, same thing. Like if you don't have a call to action, people are going to get to the end of the video and they're just probably going to watch another video or get recommended another video and get sucked into the algorithm and might potentially forget about you. Hopefully not, but it's tough to get people off of YouTube or social media because those platforms want to keep you there. They don't want you to leave those platforms. That's how they make all their ad revenues, by having you watch more content and staying in their news feed or algorithm. And if you can offer a good call to action, so I try to offer free incentives, like I teach classes and I'll give out free classes and things like that, or free consultations where I'll analyze websites. So trying to offer a little bit more value instead of just saying, hey, visit my website. Be like, hey, and right now I'm offering this special deal where if you sign up, I can give you a special discount because Google Ads is giving $3,000 back if you spend $3,000 in 2 months. So you could get essentially some free money from Google if you run those ads, and just trying to find those little things to help out with.
I have a handful of clients that are selling very niche services, right? Very niche offerings, but they're also very technical. And one of the ways that I've been seeing a lot of success is in this like masterclass sign up. You're putting on masterclasses and you're either recording it and putting it onto YouTube after it's been recorded. And then your call to action is, hey, if you want to join my next free masterclass, sign up for the form below, puts them into your CRM, then you can execute an email drip campaign. And I got to say, I have found that particular sequence to be very, very effective. But you got to know your stuff. You have to have a presence on, honestly, you don't even need to have that much of a presence on YouTube. You just need to know your stuff and be able to deliver quickly. And to your point, Brandon, you got to hook them in quick, like extremely quick. In fact, I don't even record a video until I know what the title is going to be first. I want to know what the title of the video is first, or at the very least, I want to know the keywords that I want to rank for on YouTube.
Yep. So very important with digital marketing. Anything that you're putting out there, keyword research is really important, because using a singular or a plural or a synonym or reordering the words has significant changes in how many people search for that keyword every single month. And there's free tools and paid tools that will help you do keyword research. For SEO, Google gives you the Google Keyword Planner, which is a free tool that lets you figure out which keywords get more search volume. Like one of my clients, they're a personal injury law firm, and they want to rank for personal injury lawyers in Los Angeles, which gets 20,000 searches a month, which is a lot of searches, but personal injury lawyer, singular, got 200,000 searches every single month. So just by changing that one letter, they're going to get potentially 10 times more traffic. You always have to do that for anything that you're putting out there, podcasts, YouTube, even social media content, whatever you're putting out there. Keyword research is really going to help you just get more visibility and can help you get significantly more traffic sometimes.
Google is the largest search engine on the internet as of today, and YouTube is the second largest. Do you think that having an active presence on YouTube, ranking for those keywords on YouTube over and over and over again, also impacts the way that you show up on Google?
In Google search results, they'll sometimes show YouTube videos or videos in the search results, and the majority of the time it's going to be a YouTube video, because Google owns YouTube and Google only cares about making money. And if you search on Google and you don't click on an ad, Google's not making money. If you search on Google and there's a video there and you click on that video and it's a YouTube video, the first thing that appears when you watch a YouTube video, there's always an advertisement, which is YouTube making money, which is really Google making money. And Google's going to keep pushing YouTube as much as they can, because they don't want Facebook video or Vimeo or TikTok or any of these other video platforms to get that real estate on that first page of Google. So if you can start a YouTube channel, the sooner the better. I always tell people that is really important, because with SEO, it's not just ranking on Google. Anywhere there's a search, you could optimize to try to rank higher on that platform.
Yeah, no, and you say sometimes, it's all the time for me. Anytime I Google something, like the second search, first is Gemini giving me an AI summary, and then next it's a couple videos or some YouTube videos. And if you're ranking there, it's all to me. Let me put it this way: I really got started in digital marketing through podcasts. I had a podcast; it's ranked the top 1% globally. It's rolling. But it's very hard to find new listeners for a podcast. It's just almost impossible. It's actually inverted. I would say 85% of the people listening to my podcast already knew about me, which is why I'm excited about YouTube, because it's kind of flipped. 15% of the people who watch my videos already knew about me, and 85% didn't. So, it just the ability to stay at the top of the funnel to get attention with new people has really been, I think, tremendous for me. But I do just want to kind of highlight the importance of that hook that you had mentioned. That hook is everything. It is everything. And one of the things that I do with clients is, we do like full YouTube production, optimization, video editing, optimization, all of that. And one of the offerings that I do is I'll sit on a call with someone just like this. We're on Riverside, and I'm kind of coaching them through. I say, okay, the title of your next video is this. And then inevitably the client, who's maybe newer to YouTube, newer to video, will kind of go rambling on, just kind of like trying to find their way. I'm like, John, hold on. You're losing me, bro. You gotta tell me what's in it for me in like the first 5 seconds. Which is very different from podcasting. Podcasting is much more like, we're just going to talk and we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a quote unquote chat. YouTube is not about chatting. It's about give me the stuff now. Right. So anyway, I've been really impressed with that. It also, one of the cool things I like about YouTube is the ability to optimize on the back end. Titles, thumbnails. I'll bring on a new client and we'll start optimizing their thumbnails. We'll start optimizing their titles, and we bring old videos to life. I'll give you a perfect example of this. I had a video, I recorded a video on how to hire a virtual assistant about 4 years ago. I launched it, released it, didn't do anything. It was DOA. Went back in a week later, changed the title, changed the thumbnail, and it took off. You know how many views this video has today? 600,000.
Wow. It's a little change.
Isn't that insane?
No, that's what I've been doing, is going into my thumbnails, and my thumbnails are pretty boring. And I realized, kind of with my industry, got to look at the competition and search your keywords and see what other people are using. And I started putting pictures of my face with the different expressions, which is what most marketers put on their videos, is a title with the bright colors, some text of what that video is about, and then a picture of them doing something interesting, like pointing. So I'm doing a big photo shoot. Did that already got 5 different thumbnails that I changed about a month ago, and working on some more, slowly just trying to go into all those old videos. So yep, definitely reviving them and trying to update them and tweak them. And definitely, if you can, do keyword research for those titles and then write good descriptions. If you could add subtitles, that also helps out, or upload the transcript and you can use AI to help transcribe your video nowadays, and then just edit it, make sure it's accurate, because it's not always perfect. Upload that to YouTube, and Google loves to do that because Google feeds off text. The more text on a website or on your YouTube video description, all that stuff helps. Even the file name helps them read and understand what that video and that content's all about.
I'm glad you went into that. And again, I've been in this game for a while, nearly a decade, and AI changed everything. And this is one of the reasons why I'm convinced that recording videos, tutorial videos, explainer videos, teaching something that you're good at is probably one of the greatest. It's the fuel for your entire digital media presence, my opinion, because I could take a video, maybe I'm teaching how to, optimize a YouTube channel, for example. Well, then I can take quotes from that, which can be turned into graphics. I'd send it over to my editing team. They use Midjourney, all these spicy programs, DALL-E, to create some sick graphics. You can do that. Then all of a sudden, that's an email for my newsletter. Maybe that's an email for my drip campaign. It's a long form video for YouTube. It's short form. Break it up into a bunch of mini videos. Because again, the AI makes it so easy to take out these clips. It makes it so easy to write all these different statements, these key takeaways. And by the way, Brandon, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think one of the greatest opportunities for business owners as we move into the next several years is learning how to quickly train AI chatbots on the specific knowledge that you and your organization have. Right. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but bring on a new client. First thing I'm going to do is take all the information I know about them and create a custom GPT that's trained on their SOPs, their brand, their avatars, their mission statement, their core values. then it's like an assistant on steroids. And I really feel like this is going to be one of the more important skills for people like us over the coming years is how quickly am I able to train these GPTs so that they can be the AI agents, the AI assistants that really serve me both as an agent, but internally, all my team members can now use that as a resource. It's ridiculous. Have you gotten into this? Have you gotten deep into GPTs yet? Because it's blowing my mind right now.
There are a lot of things that you can do with it, and it is very, very powerful. Big part with SEO, it's content, creating articles, blogs, and just content, and have a team of writers. Most of the writers are unfortunately using ChatGPT. Some really pride themselves and are honest, but a lot of them are just using that. So I've been looking at ChatGPT to write content because Google said last year that we don't care anymore who writes the content. If it's human or AI, we can't tell the difference. So we just want to make sure that's accurate. If you just take content from AI or like go into ChatGPT and say, write me an article about dog food. If you're selling dog food, it's going to be really generic and might have AI hallucinations and make things up. But if you go in there and edit it and tweak it and make sure it's accurate, Google said it's fine. So I've been playing around using AI to write like outlines and content creation and doing audits and seeing how it all works, which is good and it helps with coding too, but it's not perfect, but it definitely helps a lot in saving time.
Yeah, list generation I like a lot too. Coming up with different, anytime you're kind of like stuck and you need some ideas, boom, it's right there. And again, if we've trained a GPT on the specifics of, again, who we're speaking to, what we do, who we serve, it's just like, it's so obscene. And by the way, so this is something I've been kind of diving into as well. And I'm, listen, y'all, don't take this to bank yet. You're going to need to stay tuned with me. You can sign up for all my news at aiupdate.ai, aiupdate.ai. That's where I'm giving all my best stuff away for free. aiupdate.ai. That's my newsletter. It's free. You can get it there. But what I'm interested in is, again, talking about this idea of multi-purposing, Brandon. If I can, if I'm recording videos on a regular basis, right? Well, then we can transcribe all those videos and we can use those transcriptions to train AI models moving forward.
That is a good idea. And I'm probably going to have to do that later on with all my content and start training it to be more my voice. Because right now I've just been using ChatGPT just kind of broadly, not really trying to train him. But that is something that really, especially when you're writing content and trying to put stuff out there, got to make sure it's in the right tone, right voice, it matches what you're trying to convey and your messaging all aligns properly. Because if it doesn't align, it's going to look off and people are going to kind of get confused.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. That's the name of the game there, right? It's like, if I'm just using ChatGPT based on all the data on the web, it's not going to be as specialized and refined based on my expertise as, YouTube guy, marketer guy, SEO expert like yourself. It's not going to be optimized. But again, that's just the power of the videos and the tutorials and giving that technical training. You've got those all into, in a spreadsheet. You've got them all in a text file. You've got times. This is another thing that's pretty cool that I'm working on with some clients is putting all the transcripts with timestamps and training a model that can be used as like an index of sorts. So if someone is finding, the After Hours Entrepreneur for the first time, they can type in like, need help optimize, with search engine optimization. And it might pull up, oh, well, listen to timestamp 9 minutes, 30 seconds with Brandon Leibowitz. Here's a link to that episode. Boom, they're right there. And by the way, this scales out not just, you could tell I get excited. I told you when I get going, I get going. But this scales out not just from a YouTube and a podcast standpoint, but this could be like a course creator. I'm working with a guy who's got a course with probably 100, 200 hours worth of course material. And one of the complaints that people have, it's hard for them to find the answers that they have. Well, let's transcribe the whole damn thing. Let's train our GPT. And then we have an index or a table of contents that people can reference at any point.
Yeah, that's really, really powerful.
It just seems to me, and I don't have this all optimized. That's, it's as I kind of flesh it out, I'll be talking about it here and on the newsletter, but I've just been thinking a lot about this recently because we all know AI is a big deal. We all know it. But the one thing we don't know is where it's all going. So that's what I'm thinking about. Like, what should I be doing now so that I'm executing today, but also prepared to execute on what happens next? And I think that that's going to be a relevant skill where maybe I'm using ChatGPT, or I'm using Perplexity, or I'm using Gemini, or I'm using Llama. Okay, cool. Whatever I'm using, here's the Google Drive. Here's my folder. I can upload all of my transcripts and all my data and my SOPs and all that into that software. Boom, it's trained. It's ready to rock. That to me is like probably one of the most important skills to be tackling right now. So I don't know. I kind of went on a rant there, but I'm just kind of upset. I'm kind of obsessed with it right now.
No, there's so much potential. So I'm going to have to look into pulling all my old videos, transcribing them, and putting them into, instead of just uploading them back into YouTube as transcripts, taking all that and trying to train a model, because that will be very interesting to see what happens with all that content, because I have tons of hours of content of me on videos and podcasts and classes I've taught over the years that I could just compile all that together, throw it up there, and see what it spits out, which it will know much better than just reading my blog, because that's how I thought of training in the past, is just read my old blog posts, which are great. I've been blogging since like 2010 probably, so I have a lot of content out there, but the video content is just hours and hours of content. Just transcribe it, pull it, post it up there, and see what happens.
Well, in the blog too. Why not? You can use ChatGPT to just check out a website, scrape a website, boom, get all the data, all the text, upload it to my custom GPT. It's trained on all of that blog data. And the other thing that I like this for, we were talking about lead magnets a little bit in the beginning, is, we can train our own bots. That can be extra value for clients too. So not only is it used internally, for our organization, but we can also say, hey, when you sign up for our services at SEOoptimizers.com, when you go to SEOoptimizers.com and you sign up as a client with us, not only do you get me and you get my team, you get all the expertise that we offer, but you also get our AI agent, which is trained on hundreds of hours worth of specialized data. Quick FAQs, answers. It just drives everything. It can drive every decision the organization makes, or at least get the discussion started. So it's a wild world, dude.
It's a game changer. And people that are worried about it just got to adapt and adjust and use it as a tool, because it's just going to help make you more efficient, so you can focus on other more important things and not have to get stuck into the weeds of tedious things that we used to have to do in the past. But just still have to take everything with a grain of salt, but because it's not 100% accurate, but it is getting there. And the more people that use it, the better it's going to be. And we'll just have to see what happens, because it's that mystery of what's going to happen in the future. AI is definitely not going anywhere anytime soon, though.
No, I do think it is probably the most important skill that people should be learning, whether you're an entrepreneur, business owner, or a 15-year-old in social studies. Like you got to be leveraging this stuff, because it's going to fuel everything from your iPhone to your car to your robot butler that's doing the laundry. AI is just going to drive everything. And I don't know if you've seen this, Brandon, but Elon is like, well, there's a 20% chance that AI destroys the world, but it's probably still worth developing. I was like, we're not playing Yahtzee, bro.
No, you don't want to be risking it, but AI is so powerful. But we just got to also figure out how to control it. If it gets too smart and out of hand, that's just that mystery too of what's going to happen with AI. It's going to get too smart and just try to cut us out and be like, do I really need these humans, or am I just more efficient and I could just work much better than these humans? So just cut them out.
Regardless, AI is going to happen. It's going to impact every single person at every single industry at every single level. So following people like myself or like Brandon here is definitely going to give you a leg up. Brandon, thanks for joining the show here today. You mentioned you had a free gift, a special gift. Where can we get that special gift from you, brother?
Yeah, everyone can get that at my website, SEOoptimizers.com/gift. That's SEOoptimizers.com/gift. And they can find that gift there with my contact information and classes that I've done over the years. I've thrown out for free, so you could see step by step how to do a lot of stuff that we talked about with ranking videos on YouTube. I have a class that I put up there for free as well. And if they want a free website analysis, I'm happy to check out their website from an SEO point of view, and they could book some time on my calendar for free there as well.
Good. And by the way, I do think, y'all, that is important, because the game has changed. Google has changed. Search queries have changed. The inbox has changed. Domain authority has changed. There's a lot of different rules there. If you haven't checked your domain health recently, it's a very important thing to do. So whatever you do, Brandon's a good place to start. but you got to check out your domain authority and your domain health. It is very, very important. I can't tell you how many people that send me emails that go straight to spam or go straight to promotion. It happens a lot. In fact, probably some of the people listening to the show today, your emails are right in my spam or promotion box. So watch out for that, y'all. Work with someone like Brandon, clean it up, clear it up. Brandon, thanks for joining the show here today, brother.
Thank you for having me on.